Get me that signal. We need more power.
We are here at Gen Con with Anton Torres from Fantasy Flight Games. Once again, Anton, thank you so much again for talking to me.
Cool. Nice to see you, Elliott.
And we're back by the display case and where all the big announcements come out for FFG at Gen Con and where all the new stuff is displayed. So let's take a look at this here.
All right, this is going to be a bit of a rapid fire approach. Since you aren't here at Gen Con, you haven't had a chance to stand around, we've got products that were just released at the show as well as some things that were just announced. So for Runebound, we've got the first scenario and adventure pack for the game. If you've played Runebound, this is a board game where you're adventuring through the world of Terrinoth. It's a scenario-based game, so one of these titles has a whole set of cards that will introduce a new scenario, and both include a new hero. In addition to new upgrades and new weapons that give you combat tokens, which is one of the innovations of the game. These tokens that you will sort of shake up in your hand and cast down that give you actions to accomplish in combat. Right, so those are new release. But one shelf down, and this is across two of the shelves in the case, we have Rune Wars miniatures game. This is a rank and file tabletop miniatures game set in the world of Terrinoth, which is the same setting as Runebound and Descent and Rune Wars of the board game from years ago. In the case here, we have the assembled and painted minis in the movement trays that then have been textured and flocked, and the whole things have been painted by some staff at the office. This is a system that is very exciting. It's a fantasy miniatures game that has rank and file movement. We have learned a lot from tabletop, for the tabletop miniatures from X-Wing and Armada. We're sort of evolved that system where you have dials, and there's a very clever double dial system, and that is how you will command your troops on the field. Very different from X-Wing, but it's a unique entry to tabletop minis. I think people are going to love it. The demos starting Friday afternoon have been full, and people are loving it.
This is your full actual fantasy miniatures line ever, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is the first time that we're getting into tabletop minis in this way. What comes in the core set is all of the rank and file troops and the large creature and the leader for both factions. In the very front of the case, though, you'll see an additional line, a single line here. Those are heroes, musicians, standard bearers, there's a wizard, and then a mounted hero, or an additional hero that's both mounted and unmounted. So you could ride into battle on a charger and then leap off the horse and jump into the fray with your giant greatsword. It is a true miniatures game. Check it out. We have tons of information on fantasyflightgames.com.